What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with Marvel Strike Force's newest character here, being Mighty Thor, joining the battle here. The inbox email actually is not coming in until tomorrow, but we got a notification of that, so she's officially in the Red Stars. So if you guys want to start opening some Red Star Orbs, we do get the promotional 15%, so we're going to go ahead and do that today, as well as break down our kit in terms of T4 recommendations, with her really being as part of that newly reworked Asgardian team and squad. So for starters, you guys, before you dive in, always double check that the promotion's actually in effect. We see that her icon is actually here, despite the mailbox not coming out yet. And as well, if we go ahead here for additional details, I always like to just double check that everything's operating as expected. If you scroll to the very bottom here, we should be able to see the extra increase in 50%, and we do see Mighty Thor here being present. So here we go. We are good to go here with janefoster being part of the new Thor and Asgardians team, and they are going to be utilized in the war meta as well. Now, I always like the budget, 5 to 10 Red Star Orbs, because a lot of characters always coming out, and it's a good way to kind of gauge and maintain your budget, right? So let's see how our RNG is today. Ideally, I want to get at least 2 or 3 red. So we got 2 right from the get-go. We'll open a couple more, but already hit our quota. I always like to do that because at the same time, we can save on Red Star Orbs, and as well, we can get a couple duplicates on the way. And you just never know. Sometimes the luck can fall in your favor, and sometimes it doesn't. So that's why you always want to maintain a budget and make sure you stick with it. So here we go. We got the 2 red. Fortunately, not much more than that. Let's open a couple more here. Got the 1 there. Okay. And at least we're getting the duplicate credits here. But otherwise, nothing too crazy here today. Yeah, it's still green. So you know what? Let's open up 1 more. And no luck here. And then, you know what? I do want to, just for the sake of entertainment, let's go ahead. Let's see how many duplicates we have here for the Elite 4. Yeah, so we got 4 stocked up. I want to save these 5s and 6s. So let's go ahead, maybe just open up one of these guys and, see how the luck is today. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, so got an upgrade. Woo! Black Panther upgrade at least. It is what it is. Got the 2 there, and I'm pretty happy with it because, again, I don't know if I'm going to be building this team, but at least we can kind of preemptively review her kit overall and the T4 recommendations if you guys are planning to bring her in. I absolutely love that animation, how she can just spin her hammer like that. Absolutely beautiful graphics. I can't wait to actually see how she looks with the full team. Hammer Slammer is her basic attack, attacking the primary target here for 80% piercing damage. And is in war, actually, this attack does ignore defense up, so that's really where they're going to be getting a lot of proficiency, is really being able to bypass a lot of these buffs, right? Leveling this ability up, you can see she's also going to be able to strip away positive effects. And what's notable here is the T4 with that 80% extra piercing to the primary target. So I would hold off on T4ing unless you guys have a strong red, just because the basic attacks, I always do try to be conservative, especially for materials. But that 80% is notable. If you guys have a high red star on her, maybe something you might want to look into. But let's take a look at the rest of her kit. Next up, her special ability here, SHAROS MJOLNIR, attacking primary target for 100% piercing damage, and as well as attacking adjacent targets for 80% piercing. So once again, that piercing is very notable. In war, this also ignores defense up. Additionally, if the primary target does have a stun actually being present, she's going to actually be able to reduce the speed. So that's really good for control meter wise. Also applying disruption as you level this ability up, and that's going to actually last for 2 full turns. And lastly, once again, a significant 80% piercing to not just the primary and secondary targets are also going to be included. So this one's a better T4 recommendation than basic, just because it does apply to more than one target. And as well, I really like the fact that she can actually control the turn meter and applying disruption to ensure they don't have buffs following that. So they're going to be pretty powerful in that respect. Ultimate ability for her is going to be Ride the Lightning. So again, attacking all enemies for said piercing damage, and once again, ignoring defense up in war. She's also going to be able to flip positive effects as well, and this doesn't really matter if she's in war. She can be utilized across the different game modes using this value. She's also going to be gaining charges, and the piercing damage does go up, as well as being able to flip 2 positive effects. And what's really notable about this ability is that it does actually apply a blind to the primary target on top of the flipping of the positive effects and the gaining charges as well. So this one's a no-brainer, especially if you guys are planning to use her on the forefront of the offense here, and it's gonna be really awesome to see how this synergizes with the rest of this rework Asgardians team. But applying blind here is gonna be able to slow down enemies and give you that edge in battle. And likely a lot of players content creators are speculating that this new Asgardians team may be a part of the next Scourge event. So something to be mindful of if you guys want to invest in more Red Stars, as well as like gear investment into them, because what we've seen right now with the pattern so far is that these newer teams are all part of the Scourge events, and that makes sense. Scopely wants to make money, and they want to constantly players to be reinvesting in characters that they're recently releasing, right? Lastly, Goddess of Thunder passive, and usually the passives are always generally the best of all the characters. At the end of the turn, if you can see here, if she has 5 or more charges, again, we got that from the ultimate, she's going to be attacking the enemy with the highest damage that does not have trauma for 25% damage, and she loses the charges. In War, this actually does apply trauma, and again, ignores the defense up. On each of her turns, she's going to be healing for 5% of max health, so the Red Star is going to really matter. And on top of that, a 5% additional max health for per Asgardian ally that's actually applicable. When she or a Hero Asgardian attacks the enemy, there's also an additional 25% chance to apply 1+ charges to herself and Hero Asgardian. So the charges is actually going to apply to Thor, and if you guys recall with Thor's ability, as he gains charges, he's going to retaliate for some passive DPS as well, so that's absolutely huge. She's also going to get bolstering in her max health there, and War specifically, all Hero Asgardians on her side gains the max percentage health, additional resistance against heal block, and in general, the rest of their crew as well getting that benefit. So leveling this ability up, you can see the resistance does go up, max health goes up, damage goes up, so everything across the board. And the T4 notable here is always applying a +1 charge to herself and all chargeable Hero Asgardians. And this is going to look like it's going to apply across the board here, so it's not a 25% chance anymore, it's guaranteed. So for this T4 recommendation, it's a no-brainer, must-have, especially for both the ultimate and passive. If you guys are planning to bring up this team, both those are going to really make and rework this Asgardian to be quite impressive in War and really adding value to this team. And nice thing about this is that if you guys already have previously invested in the Asgardians, you know, they're going to add a lot of value for that, right? Unfortunately, Hela's not actually a Hero Asgardian, so we won't be able to utilize her. But, you know, having her out, and as well as Loki being a villain, that's really going to round out the rest of this team with Mighty Thor and Valkyrie as well coming. So there you guys have it. A very powerful character, going to be completely rework how these Guardians are going to look, and it's going to be really exciting to see how they actually combat in battle through the new War meta here. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick and brief video. Thank you as always. Good luck in your Red Star Orbs opening as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.